When do you start to look at that? Is that possibly after today?
No, because this is just the first, where we're just going out and playing today. So I mean, I think we have a couple more scrimmages
just to see
scheduled. I mean, I know we do, and this is just the first day to see who can go out there, and are we going to go out there and just play and see what happens. So it's too early to say. I mean, don't know yet.
How much does the scrimmage change things? I mean, you can replicate things in practice all the time. Obviously, it's not an actual game, but how much does the scrimmage setting really kind of change the dynamic of how you evaluate these players?
I mean, just because you're out there, in practice, when we're practicing, they know, are we going to 7-on-7 or this is what we're doing now. So now they're going out there, and you still can, not that we can't coach them in the scrimmage part, but you sort of let them go out there and see what's going to happen. I mean, see if they're learning from practice and film studies and not making the same mistakes on things that you've covered and covered and covered. So, this will be a good test to see where some of the guys are.
Do you care at what point a depth chart starts to be solidified? Does that matter to you? Is it something that could take a couple of games to really know?
No, I mean, hopefully it won't take a couple of games, but I mean, we're still 3 weeks out, so and guys are still trying to figure it out. At some point, the ones will start separating themselves, and then those will be the guys that you go out and go to war with.
Daniel made a lot out of having success in his relationship with Clint. Do you think Skylar and Gibson, do you think they're almost lucky to have this building relationship as young as they are?
I mean, it's a good thing to be able to, Shelton is normally, if you see Shelton, you see Jackie. And then Skylar's, the third one of the other group. So, just to be able to be on the same page. I mean, Shelton's gone to Texas and worked out with him, and those type of things. So, I mean, that helps. Just being familiar. And, if you're as a quarterback, there is always a security blanket somewhere in your head. And if Shelton becomes that guy for Skylar, then that will be good for him.
See Tavon out there breaking a couple of ankles.
I saw him move a little bit last night. About time, but no. It was good to see him, make a play. I mean, they need to use him. I mean, he's, electric with the ball in his hands. And, Mario had a big reverse run last night, so it's good that those guys are out there doing their thing.
What is the conversation like with Tavon these days, knowing that a lot of people are expecting a different player on the field this year than what they had seen?
I hadn't talked to him since he's been back at camp, but it's I mean, we don't talk about football. I mean, he's like, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. I mean, I think Danny sent them all a big bunch of West Virginia gear, so it's just, I mean, he knows what he needs to do.